Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy Tunes. Atta boy. Hey, listen, sorry I couldn't be there. It was a tough choice. February in Steinbach, February in Puerto Vallarta. 601. Huh? Seis de uno. 601, half a dozen of the other. Anyway, I'm there in spirit. I'm having a licuado for you. It's your diamond birthday. You were born in 62 and you're 62. Ah, you're 60. Okay, in a couple of years you get your diamond jubilee birthday. Either way. You know, it's funny though, because you're 60 and when we used to, I don't know if you guys know this, a little quick story. When we used to drive around, either Winnipeg and Steinbach maybe, and if we would pass a young woman, James would scream his phone number out in passing. He would, 326-6160. He would scream that out. Well, actually, he's so old, we're so old, that he would scream, Diva 66160. And so 6160. So that's quite prophetic, I think. By the way, I think he did it so that the young woman would go home and go, 326-6160. Maybe I should call that number. I don't ever recall anyone ever calling that number. Mind you, he lived at home and Bob and Mary probably screened the call, so who knows. And in 1986-ish, I won a comedy contest to perform at the Comedy Store in LA on the Sunset Strip. And I could choose anyone I wanted to go with me. And I chose James instead of my fiance, my future ex-wife, as it happens to be. Yeah, bad choice. Either way, so I think I have a few pictures I want to show you. This is the quintessential picture of James and myself, but James. So here's the story. I got an all expense paid trip to Los Angeles. We ended up in a real flea bag hotel. Our pool was condemned because I think the guys fixing their Harleys outside had leaked engine oil into the pool. The hotel we had, this is absolutely true, it wasn't a hotel, it was a motel. And we had a heart-shaped hot tub in the room and a round bed. And it was very romantic, although I don't think there was running water. And then it had lots of cockroaches. In fact, one night we ordered a KFC, or we brought in KFC. And the next morning we turned the lights on to have some chicken, and then the cockroaches were all over the chicken. I mean, of course we still ate it, but it was really bad. But then across the street there was a better hotel. So we snuck in there and went to the rooftop patio, bought a 6-pack of Miller beer, I think, and a pack of Marlboros. And like really cool kids that we were, it was in the winter, it was only like 21, 22 degrees. It wasn't warm. It wasn't pool weather. But there we were in our tighty whities, having a smoke. I don't even think the cigarettes are lit, by the way. Don't worry, Mary. He never smoked. And we had a beer, and we were the coolest of the cool. And of course, you can't forget Tampa. And I think the highlight of Tampa might have been meeting Bobby Hull again. Not even meeting him, hanging out with him for an evening. We played in a charity hockey game. We got to hang out with him in the evening. He walked in. Norm Bowden, who played with Bobby Hull for the Winnipeg Jets in the WHA, his wife Lucille said to Bobby, "Do you want something to eat?" He said, "No, but I'll have some rye." And Bobby sat there all night drinking rye, and James and I just listened to the most amazing stories that Bobby has ever told. We believed every word of every story. I have no idea if they're true, but man, they were great stories. And I think, James got a picture of Bobby Hull when he was like 12. And then he got a picture in Tampa when he was, 95 and 33. Whew, baby, you better get another one quick. I think Bobby's not going to last a little bit much longer. And I'll just give you a quick slideshow. This is James and me. I had a 77 Volare. We cut the roof off of, and we had a moving petition to keep the Jets. Am I getting a glare on that? There we go. How am I doing? There we go. And then I was gone after a little bit, but I think James ended up trying to drive this car up the steps of City Hall to the mayor. I guess it would have been Glenn Murray. I'm not sure. No, it would have been Susan, the one that owned Burt Sadlery. Susan Thompson, I think. Anyway, I don't think he made it. Here's James interviewing a legendary Philadelphia Flyer, Orest Malischuk. I don't know. Here in Florida, there's James with his buddy Mike Beauregard. Mike's probably there now. Hey, Mike, look at you guys. Living the dream. Here's James broadcasting live from Florida. Look at that, eh? Pretty good. What else do we have here? Oh, here's this is good. So before the we would go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers games when they were really bad and wore those really orange jerseys and those peach colored jerseys. And before the game, of course, there's tailgating. So here's, I guess here we are, just having a refreshment out the trunk right there. Look at that. There you go. There's the big guy right there. All right. And then here he is with Gordie Howe. Look at that. I can't. There we go. That's better. There you go. And then one more quick story. I told you about the time I went to the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. So I gave James my camera. This is before, digital and all that. I gave him my camera to take some pictures of me up on stage. So he took a whole roll of me up on stage. And this is the best picture that he took of my 20 minutes on stage. The only time in my life that I'll ever perform at the Comedy Store, I'm sure. On Sunset Strip, and with my guitar. This is the best picture of the whole roll that he took of me here. Yeah, that's not your cameras, ladies and gentlemen. That is just out of focus. Trust me, that is me. Not one with technology. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you.